Mm, mm, mm. Du, 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 du. Good morning. There we go. Good morning, boys and girls. How are we doing? We are live. We are here. The first game of the Premier League is around the corner. And we are back. Ange Ball is back. Season 2. And I'm ready. I am ready. How's everyone doing? Lewis Griffin, Declan Cherry, Archie Parker, Gary Hunter, Razor Blazer, Dylan Murphy, Tijan, Austin Sheen. Austin Sheen says, I miss Triple Ben. I only know the OGs know about Triple Ben, where you could hear me about 5 different times. How is everybody doing this morning? Playing robots. Glenberry, dry roast peanuts, straight to the top of the league. What's the result we need tonight to go straight to the top of the league? Obviously, Brighton won 3-0. So we've got win 4-0. We've got win 4-0. Let me just sort my hair out. Fluffy mess. Yeah. This stream this morning is kind of, we're going to chat through some transfer bits. We obviously did a preview last night, kind of more tactically of the game, so we're not going to go into that too much. Although you guys feel free to put in the comments who you think is going to start the game. We sort of did that last night, but this is more of a support group for those that are nervous about tonight, because although Leicester are not in good shape, and we talked about that in the stream last night, kind of coming into this in bad form in pre-season, fans really not kind of hopeful about their season. Obviously, points deduction incoming for them, it looks like, potentially, as well as just the way they've been playing. Obviously, we're going to chat about Oliver Skipp, who is making the move across. He won't feature tonight, but he'll be making that move across. So, yeah, we've got a lot to chat about. First thing I want to talk about is Wilson Odoi, because I mean, there's actually a great video on my YouTube channel if you want to go and watch that. The reason Spurs signed Wilson Odoi. And just quickly, we did it, lads. We did it. I said last night we were around 3.8k subs. And I said when I did that stream last night, my aim was to get to 4k before the Leicester game, which would have meant that we would have grown 1,000 subs every week for the last 3 weeks. And we've done it. Did it overnight. Nearly at 4.1. Obviously, the support on the stream last night, support on this video was great. Again, the Wilson Odoi video as well, which I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen. If not, please do go and watch that. That would be massively appreciated. I messaged about something. Sorry, I think my internet might have just died then. Right, we're back. Sorry. Yeah, we did it, lads. 3k. We've done it. 4k subs. 1k each week for the last 3 weeks is what I was trying to say. Sorry if my internet's just gone a bit dodgy there. And I lagged a bit. But we've done it. So thank you guys so much for the support. Yeah, we talked about the Leicester game kind of tactically last night on the stream. Wilson Odoi, go and give that a watch. And also on Wilson Odoi, annoyingly, we will not see him in action tonight. We will not see Wilson Odoi in action tonight because sorry, bear with me 2 secs. I just got to message someone about something. Sorry. Right, there we go. Sorry, my internet's been a bit up and down. It's been a bit annoying. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for the love. I massively appreciate that. Peter, I appreciate that, bro. Matthew, I appreciate that as well, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, we did it, lads. But yeah, Wilson Odoi, unfortunately, is not available tonight against Leicester. The French teenager is still waiting for a work permit as of Monday morning. Now, please forgive me. Please forgive my ignorance, but if Wilson Odoi played for Burnley last season, why does he need another work permit? I'm sure there are reasons to this, and I tweeted it out. So if anybody's able to explain that to me, I'll see if anyone replied to me on Twitter. I'd be interested to know why that is the case. Harley says, I assume a new club's count as a new employed job, so therefore he'd need a new work permit. I would have thought it'd be a quick process, seeing as though he's already been playing in England and not sure how it hasn't been sorted yet. A lot of people saying about Brexit. Work permits are sponsored by the employer, so change of employer. Yeah. No, this guy says he's already been registered. I think this report is BS. I mean, I don't think it'd be BS, but anyway. So Wilson Odoi, unfortunately not available tonight, which is a shame because I do think we spoke about it last night on the stream that he could maybe make an impact off the bench tonight against Leicester. Obviously, we've got a lot of players, and if we actually let's just quickly just remind ourselves of the. I'll just open up Twitter again. I didn't mean to do that. There was an Ange quote that flashed up there. We're going to talk about that very shortly. But if you do look at the options that we've got, if we take Odoi out of this, you've still got Richarlison, who is fit, Solomon, Lancashire, Moore, Werner, and Johnson as attacking options that you could use on the bench if this is the starting 11, which is kind of what we went through on the stream. So we shall see. Okay, they need a new sponsor. Okay, that makes sense. Frustrating, but he'll be there for the Everton game. So Wilson Odoi, unfortunately not available. Harley's right. Harley's right with that tweet. I don't really know what does a sponsor mean. Forgive my ignorance on this. I don't really know what that means. That's the fault of leaving it so late to sign him. Matty, really? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not. I don't know. You can't win with this transfer because it's like, oh, it came out of nowhere. Now it's apparently we didn't sign him quick enough. It's like, I think they were trying to get the deal done before the deadline. It just these things happen, and it's only the first game of the season. It's not as if we've signed, Mbappe and he's out for the first game of the season, is it? Although I do think Wilson Odoi will have a good impact for us. So, like I said in the video, so please do go and give that a watch if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, so 1 in, 1 out for Tottenham over the weekend. It's obviously not been confirmed yet, but Leicester have looking like they're going to sign Oliver Skipp. That is one that will look like it will get done very shortly. Oh, my DMs are open there. One that looked like it will get done very shortly. I mean, this is a funny one because I did not think Oliver Skipp would leave this summer. I thought that. I do think that, well, I kind of thought that Spurs would hold on to him because he's the only outfield club trained player that we've got at the club. So it's going to kind of be interesting to see how they juggle that and balance that. But Ange Postecoglou is what I do love about what we're kind of doing in this summer transfer window is how ruthless we've been. If you go over to, I've got a tweet about it here. Hang on. I think it was from Simon. Now I can't find it. If you look at kind of the players that have come out the door or gone out the door, Spurs have been. Oh, Forest are now pushing to sign Santiago Jimenez. That's the striker that a lot of people said Spurs should sign, by the way. So this was the tweet I wanted to pull up. Excuse me. So 10 players out the door so far, including Skipp. Dyer gone, Perisic gone, Tanganga gone. This is obviously also from January as well. Sessegnon gone, Rodon gone, and Ndombele gone, Højbjerg gone, Emerson gone, Hill gone, Skipp gone, Lo Celso, Reguilon, and Solomon still to go. I saw Reguilon in training pictures the other day and I was like, surely not. Surely he's not going to be on the bench. But I don't think he will be. Medical's already been done for Skippy. 20 million plus 5 million in add-ons still to be signed soon. That is a brilliant fee for Tottenham. A really, really brilliant fee, as Glenn Berry has said there. It's a funny one because I think one thing I will say about this summer transfer window is I think the kind of concept and the reality, I suppose, of like transfer value, I think has kind of gone out the window to a lot of people because I've had so many people either message me or comment on my videos, or I've just seen tweets from people being like, how on earth have Spurs got 20 million for Oliver Skipp? I was playing golf yesterday morning and one of my mates said it was like, because he's a good Premier League player. He's English, he's still 23, and he's played over 100 games for Tottenham. He's got good experience. He proved himself that he is very, very good at top championship level. He's proved himself that in the Premier League, he has got something to offer 100%. Antonio Conte absolutely loved him when he first came in. He was brilliant. I think he would have been only, 20, 21 in those first kind of few months under Conte, and he was fantastic. Him in that midfield with Højbjerg, obviously got that injury actually before the Leicester game, I think, when we played and Bergwijn scored twice, and then never really was able to get back to kind of the same kind of heights really, and then was just kind of seen as a squad player. Obviously had great moments, scored that goal against Chelsea. He's a good player. He is a good player. Oliver Skipp is a better player than Harry Winks. Harry Winks is a lovely, tidy player, but Oliver Skipp, in terms of what he does off the ball, in terms of his defensive discipline, in terms of his defensive awareness, he's a good player. And 20 million, I don't think is a fee that should be looked at in the same way that it kind of is being by a lot of people. I think people just, again, it's kind of the classic thing of like people don't actually watch Spurs or watch the game or watch football and then go, how on earth has he gone for this amount of money? You know, academy kind of products, they come as a premium. Gary Hunter says Somerville went for 25 million from the Championship. Everyone seems to think that's a good price. Skipper's played Champions League football. Exactly. Adig said, we've also cleared off so many wages from last year on Ndombele, Lloris, Dyer, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing. That's the main thing as well, wages. He won't be able to play tonight. He's not even been signed by them yet, so he won't be able to play tonight. Well, he probably has been, but it's not been announced. So he won't be able to play tonight, just like Wilson Odobert. But it's a really good move for him. It's a great move for him. I said it because there was rumours last week that there were a few of the newly promoted clubs looking at him. And I said that whichever one he goes to, if they stay up, he will have a massive part in that. Obviously, Leicester's going to be very, very tough, and I don't really want Oliver Skipp to be playing Championship football next year. There is a reality he could do that, but I think some Leicester fans are a bit miffed that they've spent £25 million on Skipp, and it feels like they need a striker because Patson Daka is injured. Vardy is obviously, 36, and Tom Cannon, I think, might be injured as well for tonight as well. So they feel like they need a striker. Mazza says, great show, Ben. English players always get that 10, 20 million adds to their value just for being homegrown. Exactly. And look, I said, Oliver Skipp is someone with Champions League pedigree, with Premier League pedigree. He's played over 100 games for Tottenham. And I think it's only really Spurs fans that kind of know his actual value. I really don't think that's an unfair fee. I really don't. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Like, it's a great fee for Spurs, but I don't really think it's I don't really think it's that unfair. So let me know what you guys think. I just think I've seen it so much with like, who was it? It was Branthwaite. It was like Man United fans were saying, how on earth can Everton ask for £80 million for Jared Branthwaite? It's like, because he's worth that to them. And again, he's young, English, homegrown. Same as Mark Gahey. Obviously, they've turned down 4 bids, I think, now from Newcastle. It looks like he probably will go. But I think the concept of kind of transfer value has been lost on a lot of people this summer, and people just see a fee. Forget that we're in 2024 with kind of the inflated prices that we've seen in the transfer market over the last few years. So, yeah. Ayush says Richie starts when? Do you think Richie starts in Europa? Yeah, he would 100% get game time, 100%. So that's Oliver Skipp out the door. Obviously, we haven't really had any official communication on it yet, but Oliver Skipp, wish him honestly all the best. I think people forget, like I said, that people forget that he's 23 years old. So we shall see how he gets on. Thankfully, he won't be playing against us tonight. And yeah, Leicester are not in the best of shape. Speaking about homegrown issues, actually, I saw this and it made me laugh. Alistair Gold, obviously, kind of constantly giving us those homegrown updates about how the squad will work, how we kind of fit everything in. I don't think Ange cares. I don't think Ange cares. They'll figure it out one way or another. It pretty much seems like. And we've got some Ange quotes I want to talk about. But this when I saw this morning, like I said on the live stream last night, I did say that Leicester aren't in the best of shape, obviously in terms of their pre-season form, and I don't think their fans kind of feel great about where they're at in terms of what's going on. But when I saw this article in the Telegraph, I just said this screams of a Leicester 2-0 victory, doesn't it? I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of Leicester fans, and again, this kind of adds to that bit of nervousness and pressure tonight. A lot of a lot of Leicester fans are like, you should absolutely batter us. Like, we're not the same team we were last year. It's a totally different brand of football as well under Cooper, which we talked about in the stream last night. So make sure you go and watch that back on my channel. But it just would be so Tottenham to go and lose tonight. I don't think we will. I think we'll comfortably beat Leicester. I think we'll have too much. I think their fans, it could be one of those things where Tottenham get an early goal, go 1-0 up, and their fans are just like, well, they're going to beat us. I don't think their fans feel great about what's going on. They haven't really done any proper business. Obviously, Oliver Skipp is coming in, but he won't be available for tonight. But it's been a bit of a summer of chaos, as the article said. Fans frustrated over a number of issues in the transfer window has proven difficult with a clear PSR concern, and Leicester do not appear Premier League ready, says John Percy. So we shall see. Leicester fans said all of our strikers are injured. We sold or lost on a free most important members of our squad. We might beat Derby and get the lowest total in Premier League history. Wow. They've still got good players. They have got some good players there. But we shall see how they set up again. We went through that on the stream last night. There's 350 people in there right now, guys, which is mad. Like I said, we hit 4,000 subscribers yesterday, which I'm massively grateful for. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and press that subscribe button as well. Again, it doesn't cost anything. Just drop a little subscribe. I am thinking about potentially launching channel memberships for some people that want that, if people do want that. Obviously, we've got over 4,000 subscribers in here. If you want to see some more content, I'll have a think about what we can do. And if you guys want channel memberships, if you want to become a member, then let me know in the comments, and we can have a think about what we can do in terms of extra content for you guys. So Ayush says, when does Lancashire start? Probably will get some games in the Europa League and the Cups. Yeah, you don't need to keep spamming it, mate. So Leicester in a bit of turmoil, but this is Tottenham Hotspur on the first game of the season at Leicester on a Monday night. It feels a little bit banana skin, but also I think we can comfortably beat them. Like comfortably beat them. I think there is a case in which we are way too good for them and we get a very good result. But we will be talking about that on stream tomorrow morning, when we do kind of the breakdown of what we learn. So we shall see what happens. Right, a lot of people have been asking about it. Joao Gomes. So Joao Gomes, again, this could be absolutely rubbish. There's just been a lot of chat over the last week. There was that tweet from that Wolves fan that he actually deleted in the end, that he'd heard that Joao Gomes was potentially off to Tottenham. From a Wolves point of view, Spurs have submitted a bid, etc. There have been a few little things on the grapevine from the Spurs side as well that haven't really been put on Twitter yet. I don't know. It's come from some in-the-know sources. A lot of people have gone with it, which makes me just think that, is there something in there? It could be absolute nonsense. Like, genuinely could be absolute nonsense. Joao Gomes would be a brilliant fit for Tottenham in terms of what we need. However, it was Wickham Wolves. I think he's deleted the tweet, though, so I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't think there's... Spurs Insider said apparently he's a player Spurs have always retained a strong interest in, which I think actually is true. I think there has been interest in Joao Gomes from Spurs for a long time. Obviously, Oliver Skipp was offered in the deal with Pedro Neto, but obviously Skippy's now gone to Leicester. It was reported this morning from Dan Kilpatrick that a new number 6 is not thought to be a priority before the end of the month, in part due to the encouraging performances of summer signings Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall, both 18 in pre-season. Obviously, neither of those... I mean, Archie Gray could be a 6. He played in the 6 in pre-season. I don't think he'll be that starting number 6 in every game for Spurs this year. I don't think that. I think that's a lot of kind of pressure on him. And again, Bergvall is someone who likes to rotate and drop into that kind of position. I think it'll be Bentancur there tonight, Sarr, and then Maddison. But I just would keep an eye on this. Nothing really concrete yet. But there has been some whispers. I've seen some things, I've heard some things. I think some other people have seen and heard some things. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not saying this is going to happen, by the way. I think it'd be a great signing in terms of that player that he's able to just break up play constantly. He's a monster. Good on the ball, really silky as well. And Matthew Kipola says both Odoi and Solanke to some extent were kept quiet. Doesn't seem like the Lang style if we are signing him. Seems to keep it quiet. That is a good point. Is there actually any truth to this deal? We just don't know. We just don't know yet. We don't know yet, but there have been whispers of it. Again, the question I kind of ask is, would Wolves let him go, seeing as they've already lost Neto and Heung-Min this summer? We shall see, but I think if there is any truth into this will be a top signing from Spurs. And I think I said it on a video on TikTok yesterday. By the way, lads, go and follow me on TikTok. The link's in the description. The link is also in the description, I think, to my dedicated Tottenham page. This is my main account, trying to get to 30k ASAP. And also this account as well, trying to get that up to 10k over the next few months. Ben Bowman THFC, make sure you go and drop that a follow. I said it on a video yesterday. I think Joao Gomes, if there was any truth in that, that would kind of be the last sort of piece of the puzzle for Spurs. If we go back to January, there was some links in January to him. This was obviously before he absolutely dunked on us at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and scored 2 goals. Is there a rumoured fee for him? I'm not sure. It'd probably be about 40-50 million, I think. Sam Fuller says that our bench simply cannot compete at that level yet. Spurs Plus said, I feel like it could be a distraction for another player in the background. Potentially a bit of a smokescreen, maybe. Conor Gallagher still hasn't made that move yet to Atletico. All smoke and mirrors. A lot of people saying smoke and mirrors. Mike Pellegrini says the report is very worrying. We were 6 away from me feeling pretty confident with us achieving what I'd say is a successful season. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if we don't sign a number 6, which I didn't think we were going to. So these kind of Joao Gomes links caught me by surprise a little bit. I didn't think Spurs were going to do that. Maybe the Basuma situation has changed things a bit. Sam Phillips says we need backup in left back and central defensive midfield, kind of as that number 6. I'd probably agree with that. But again, we continually get linked. We are continually being linked to Vanderson, and I just don't see the need for another right back unless he sees Jed Spence as that left back. I just do not see the need for it. I really don't. So we will very much see what happens. But Joao Gomes, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. I'm not saying that anything is going to happen with this one. I'm just saying there have been some things that have... It's just sometimes these rumours come out of nowhere and you just think, but actually they kind of amount to something. But, we'll see. If anything gets more concrete, then we'll go into it a bit further. But I just wanted to come on and talk about it today because I do think he'd be an excellent fit. And again, I think it's something that Spurs fans have kind of been gagging to talk about and hear about over the last few days, over the weekend. Jago Alcock said having our starting centre back be our backup for left back is still not good enough. I don't think Van der Ven is necessarily the only backup for left back, but I take your point. I do think he sees kind of Spence as an option there. Archie Parker said I can see us getting Edison. He's a bit like Solanke. He had links earlier in the year, then went quiet and suddenly he's a Spurs player. I hope you're right. That would be a very good signing. I'd rather keep an eye on left back and left centre back. Whispers of Hincapie have started to heat up a bit. I got a comment about this on TikTok yesterday. I've not seen anything about Hincapie. Obviously, we were linked with Hincapie 2 summers ago when we were trying to get Bastoni. And last summer as well. This was in January 2023. Spurs working on deals to sign Pereira and Hincapie. And yeah, there's been. I've not seen anything new about Hincapie. I've not seen those whispers at all. If anyone has, then please let me know. Maybe here, Daily Express. I could see him going to Liverpool. I could see that. That would not surprise me. I saw apparently Liverpool are looking to get rid of, or then apparently Crystal Palace are sniffing around Joe Gomez. So maybe Liverpool are looking for that centre back. So we shall see what happens there. But Joao Gomez, yeah, keep an eye on it. I do think there might maybe be something there, but we don't know. We just have to wait and see. Let's quickly touch on the Daring and Doing Fantasy League. If Ollie Burke is in here, you are top of the league, son. 80 points. Jess McSweeney, Drag Us Into Hell, joint top. If you can see your name on here, let me know in the chat. Got Kai Jones, Ripple Effect producer, absolute top guy. Jack Doyle, Basuma Balloon Co, very good. Snoopy Doggy Dog. How many of these teams have got Arsenal players? This is what we see. We kick them out right now. Make me sick. He's got 2 Arsenal players. He's got 2 Arsenal players. She's got Saka. What is going on here, lads? Does the integrity of this fantasy league mean nothing to you? The code for the league is there on the screen. CJ6 F96. Does the integrity of this league mean nothing to you if you've got Arsenal players in there? Where am I? I'm 269th, lads. I'm not on a great one. Dan Burn was on the bench. Isak and Haaland. Well, I'm thinking about getting rid of Nkunku. But anyway. So yeah, go and join the league. It's fantasy relax. Why don't you relax, mate? No, I'm joking. I did say no Arsenal players. But George Foster says also anyone captaining Arsenal players should be immediately removed. Immediate ban. 100% immediate ban. Is Ollie Burke captain an Arsenal player? No, captain Salah. I will find if anyone's captaining Arsenal players in this league, we're gonna have words. I don't actually know how many people are in the league. We can see at least how many people there are. So if you can't see your name, I'm 269th. There are okay. There are at least 399 people in the league. Chelsea, Chelsea I can let slide, but no, Arsenal players is just unbelievable. But what am I going to do about it? I can't, what am I going to do about it? Anyway, let's move on. Some interesting Ange Postecoglou quotes overnight in the embargoed section. He's talking about Dominic Solanke. He said, "There's no secret we love to press, and he's got great work ethic." Do we think Dominic Solanke starts tonight? I think he will start. I don't think he's been training with Spurs for over a week now. I don't think he was injured in that last pre-season game for Bournemouth, if I'm being honest. Archie Park says, "I have David Raya." Well, get yourself out of the league, mate. Yeah, if you've got Arsenal players, and you know what, I can take it, right, from maybe people who have joined because they saw the league on my TikTok and don't listen to the podcast, maybe aren't Spurs fans. But if you lot in here who watch the streams are Spurs fans and you listen to Daring and Doing and you're a Spurs fan and you've got Arsenal players in there, shame on you and you know who you are. Anyway, Dominic Solanke, who is in my fantasy team tonight. He's a presence. There's no secret we'll have to press. He's got a great work ethic and scores goals. He's a presence and scores different types of goals. I think the way we play suits him, and I really liked where he was in his career. I'm a big one on understanding the person's motivation. He was obviously an outstanding young player. He got some big clubs, but it never worked out for him, and that's what you do in that scenario. Do you think it will never happen for me, or do you work your way back? And he's done remarkably well to get himself into a position where he scored 19 goals in the Premier League last year, which we all know is a fair feat, and he's got himself back to a big club. I love that aspect because I know he's got the right sort of mentality. It was a whole range of things that meant I was really keen to bring him in. Sometimes these things are about timing, and I thought it was a good time for him, but also good time for us to bring him in because we have a really young group. He's one that's proven at Premier League level, and he improves us. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. I'm really looking forward to seeing Solanke tonight. I think he will start. I do think he will start. I think the front three will be Kulusevski, Solanke, and Son. What you guys think? I don't think Johnson starts. Sam Fuller just said, "Do you have an FPL we can join?" I just was showing you it, mate. I just was showing it to you. Go back in the stream, you can find the code, or if someone else can put it in the chat. Matty Cushion says on SofaScore it says Richie, Solanke, and Odoi are all out, and Basuma who. Yeah, mate. Ange said on Friday that everyone is available except for Basuma. So I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about Sofa scored. Just worry about what the manager says, I'd say. Will Bergvall and Archie Gray start? No, I don't think so. I think it'll be Bentancur, Sarr and Maddison. I do think that's what he will go with. But again, Ange might surprise us. He may well surprise us. Because my argument was like, I don't think... I was kind of... You guys will know, I was kind of banging the drum that I thought Bergvall should start tonight. But the more I think about it, I think I probably would still go with Maddison. Because I think now that Maddison's actually got a striker in this team, a proper focal point, and someone to kind of bounce off and play those little 1-2s, and they've got a great relationship off the pitch as well. I do think Solanke might just help unlock that bit of Maddison that we've been missing. So we'll see. And also the motivation of it being against his old team, he'll be getting a harsh reception, I'm pretty sure. But I would love to see Bergvall start. If Bergvall was in that starting 11, we party all the time, baby. But I just don't think it will. I don't think it will happen. I think he'll go with Bentancur, Sarr, and Maddison. Seacan says Bentancur's been shocking as a 6. Reckon he trusts Archie, especially after what Dan Kilpatrick said. Maybe. I also don't think Bentancur's been shocking there, to be fair. Sarr should be dropped for Bergvall. I think I'll probably start Sarr in this game just because I think it's going to be a bit more transitional with the way that Leicester want to play. So we shall see. Darren and Doing, disgusted by the Arsenal players being used for the people of the top of our FPL league. Honestly, mate, it's just a joke. Absolute joke. Don't worry, Will. I've had my say. I've had my say, mate. I've had my say. I've said my bit. I don't have anything else to say on these, these traitors, really, if I'm being honest. How many games are you giving Maddison before you drop him this season? It's hard because it's like, maybe we do need to get away from this thing of like dropping and maybe kind of, maybe then we've got a lot of midfield options and we've got a lot of games. So I just think I want to see a lot of rotation. El Dante says Bentancur should start as our best central midfielder when fully fit and sharp. Why hasn't Bentancur been suspended for a game as well? I don't know. I keep forgetting Steve Cooper is now Leicester gaffer. Bentancur's not a 6. He's not the ideal solution there, but I do think he can do a job. And again, I think this is why I would like to see Bergvall in there as well, because I do think when you're playing without a kind of that natural number 6, that natural defensive midfielder, I do think with Maddison sometimes it is you kind of lose that midfield 3. It does become more of a midfield 2, and Maddison just goes further up the pitch. The Big D says, good morning, Ben. Happy match day. Happy match day, son. I'd be tempted to go Bentancur, Maddison, and Decky in the middle. I think it might have been Matty said. I think someone said that. I think Matty might have said he'd rather start Brennan over Kulu. I get that Brennan is more suited, but I just with the way that the form that Kulusevski's in right now, and I talked about it last night on stream about him kind of being in that flow state of everything working for him and all the kind of hard work that he's in paying off. And I think you should just make the most of that with Kulusevski. And I think you play him. I don't think you put Kulusevski on the bench. I think you start him. Because I actually think, and again, I'd go and watch the stream we did last night. I actually talked about why I think having Solanke will help. I do think it will help Kulusevski. So go and have a watch of that video. But yeah, we've got some more Ange. Those were the same Ange quotes. We've got some. Where is it? So another piece of the embargo section from Ange last night was talking about winning stuff. Can you believe it, right? He said, usually in my second season I win things, setting up big expectations for the season, Ange. But I like it. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That is kind of has been his track record. 430 people in there right now, lads. Make sure to like and subscribe. That'd be massively appreciated. Like I said, we smashed past 4K last night, which was huge. So thank you very much for that. So make sure you subscribe, and hopefully we can get to 5K before next Monday, because I've been doing 1,000 subscribers a week at the moment, which is just crazy growth. So thank you very much to everyone that's kind of got behind and supported. Queza says, is Odoi going to get a cameo this game? We're sorry, mate. If you're late, we talked about at the start of the stream. He is not available tonight. He hasn't had his work permit come through yet. Yeah, Ange said, usually in my second season I win things. That's the whole idea. First year is about establishing principles and creating a foundation. Hopefully the second year is going on to win things. That's the key word there, hopefully, right? I know people are going to kind of... people are probably going to banter him, over the kind of thing about, oh, he's saying that we're going to win something, and if we don't, then, oh, you said we were going to win stuff. But it's the aim, right? The aim is always to win things, but it's, that's how you're kind of setting up. But he's right. That first season, especially with the way that we play, and especially it being such a massive change from how we played before. I will come on and talk about Antonio Conte very, very shortly. He said, of course, it's easier said than done, particularly in the Premier League and the competitions we're in, but that's always the way I've looked at it. Is that second year, you should be in a position where you can push on depending on how the first year has gone. Last year, we had some really good moments. Obviously, we also had some tough moments. I think we learnt as much from the tough moments as we did from the good stuff, and hopefully that means we're in a good place. We're definitely a better prepared team than we were last year, which is great, and hopefully we see that tonight. I do think we're going to see a good performance tonight. I do think we're going to see a convincing performance tonight. And I do think we are in a better place. I think that squad needs a little bit more beefing up. I think it needs that bit more. And Aire says it. There's no shame in saying your intentions. Exactly. Absolutely. Set it out in stone. Have some, be bold about it. Say that this is what we want to do. There's no point hiding away from it, because you can go back on it and say, there's no going back now. You said it. Look, we want to go out and win stuff, and that's the aim. So absolutely love it. And if we don't, we don't. Glenn says, will Odoi play? No, mate. He hasn't got a work permit. Exactly, Boxing Hotspur. People that kind of just put everything on the line, just go out and say, because it gives you, if you don't, it gives you an excuse to sort of go, gives you a bit of an excuse to backtrack and say, well, I never really said that. I never really, put it out there. Put it out there and see what happens. N17 Stew says, love the lab. Thank you, mate. Callum Rocha says, really enjoying the lab, by the way. Yeah, thank you, guys. Massively appreciate that. Yeah, the lab is something I very much enjoyed doing. Obviously, I was meant to do it on Friday, but I was working on that Wilson Odoi video. So Flav did a great episode with Harry Brooks, talking about Wilson Odoi. So go and listen to that as well, and make sure you go and watch the video that I put out on Friday as well. Yeah. Anyway, last few bits before we wrap up then this morning. Let's do it then, shall we? Let's do it. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm just going to sit here and bask in that for a minute, if you don't mind. Just going to enjoy it. Just going to sip my coffee and just enjoy that. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There is only shame. I'm ashamed as a coach. A thing like this has rarely happened to me. Rarely happened to me, says Antonio Conte. Getting beat 3-0 away at Hellas Verona. What about Burnley? What about Middlesbrough in the Cup? What about Sheffield United in the Cup? A thing like this has rarely happened to me, apparently. Today my heart is bleeding. Let's see if anyone else is bleeding in the next few days. Beautiful. He also said an amazing quote about ice cream. We melted... Oh, not ice cream, sorry. Like snow. We melted like snow in the sun. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. I hate him. I really do. Antonio Conte lost his first league game as Napoli manager 3-0 last night, away to Hellas Verona. Conte's been done so dirty by Napoli, in all fairness. What he has done, mate, is prove that he's a checkbook manager. That is exactly what he's done. He's a checkbook manager and nothing more. Anyway, let's not focus on him. We've got our own quality manager. That's not what I wanted to put up. The jokes write themselves with this one, don't they? Catfish and the Bottle Men playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next year. We are melted like a snow in the sun. I know one person in the chat will be buzzing for this. Mr. George Foster. Now focus on him, it's funny. I made a whole TikTok about it last night. I was just laughing. It was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Catfish and the jokes just write themselves with this one, don't they? Right, little quick youth update. Catfish and the Arsenal are playing very, very good one. I was going to say the bottom men play at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium once a season, don't they? what was I going to say? Right, Mikey Moore. So Ange Postecoglou confirmed in the interview, I think, on Spurs YouTube in the preview for the Leicester game that Mikey Moore continues part of the first team for the season, which is great. Our youth team, our under-21 Spurs Academy, began their PL2 campaign with a 2-1 win over Chelsea. Tyrese Hall getting both goals. What a player, man. He's such a good player. Why can't Odoi play? He's down to his work permit. We spoke about it earlier in the stream, mate. And obviously, Jamie Donnelly made his debut for Charlton on Saturday. Played really well by all accounts. Obviously, I can't really show you anything in terms of what he did because of copyright, etc. But he played really well, straight in from the start. So that's really, really good. Got 4-4-2 people in there right now. Maybe Spurs should play that formation tonight. Massively appreciate that, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, there's going to be a lot more Tottenham content coming on over here over the next. This is what I do. I'm like a postman. I deliver for you guys. So make sure you subscribe. And we're trying to get to 5k before next week. This is the most amount of viewers I've ever had in a stream, by the way. So make sure you come and watch. I'll be back on stream tomorrow morning. Where we're going to be breaking down what we kind of learned from the Leicester game. There won't be a stream on Wednesday. But I'll be back on Thursday and we can have a chat. But yeah, mad. Honestly, 450 people in there. What's going on? What is going on, lads? So I massively appreciate that. Right, lads, that's probably where we're going to finish up for today. I want some predictions in the chat before we go, actually. Spurs versus Leicester, predictions for tonight. Yeah, drop a like on the stream, by the way, guys. Make sure you like the stream. Yeah, and drop a sub if you wouldn't mind. Nearly 500 people in there now, which is nuts. It's a shame we're just about to end it. Yeah, get some predictions in. You streaming here or going live on TikTok tonight or anything? I'll probably be live on TikTok after the game, mate. To be honest, I've got to get some videos out and then I will. Yeah, I'll go live. 1-0 Leicester, 3-2 Spurs, 3-1, 3-0 with Solanke getting 2, 4-1, 4-0 Spurs, 5-2 Spurs, 12-0 Spurs. 4-1 Spurs, 4-0 Solanke brace, 4-0 Coys, 3-0 Tottenham, 4-0 Tottenham, 4-1 Spurs, 4-0 Decky with 2, Maddis with 1, Son with 1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, 5-1, 5-1 again from Ronnie, 4-1 to Spurs, 4-0 Spurs from Glenn. Matthew says 3-0 Spurs, back of my mind, 1-1 draw with a Winks wonder goal. Charlie says 4-0 Spurs, Dom 2, Son 1, Porro 1. Yeah, Porro's not a bad shout. Not it's going to happen, but it's still eligible to play Skipp. What for us? 20-0 Vicario hat-trick. Good shout. Good shout. I like it. 5-1, 3-0, 2-1. Lots of 4-0s. I think 4-0 has been the most common scoreline. I don't think we thought... Well, it could be. Who knows? I'm feeling the Pedro Porro goal as well tonight, lads. That's a good shout. Right, that is where we're going to end the stream for today. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll chat tomorrow morning about the game. I'll be live on TikTok probably tonight after the game as well, so we can have a little immediate chat. But tomorrow we're going to be breaking it down and kind of in more detail. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're not watching this live, make sure to get the comments in as well on the bottom of the video so we can have a little bit of a chat about things. And yeah, I'll have a great day. About 8 hours to go till kickoff now. The Premier League is back. Ange Ball Season 2 is about to get underway, boys. Let's go. Come on, you Spurs.